Hey guys, this is Carson Peters. I'm on Team Blake on season 21 of The Voice, and I'm here hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
Congratulations with another successful performance of yours. Your voice is just incredible, and like thinking that you're so young as well, like it just leaves me so much room to be like, this guy's voice is just going to grow even more than it already is right now. So I guess right now, one of the things that is difficult being young and having this voice is learning how to control it the way that you do. So how do you go about that? How do you control your voice? And especially, you're in an age where your voice starts to mature a little bit more and more.
Yeah, man, I appreciate all the compliments, but it's definitely hard. It was hard the last couple of years. See, I think when I was about 15, my voice started to kind of drop a little bit from the high register stuff that I used to be able to do. Like, because I've been singing my whole life, starting at 5 years old, I think, is when I started, and so I was used to singing songs in a particular key when we would go out and we would have a show. And at about 13, it started to seem like I couldn't hit those notes anymore. And every now and then you get the stray pop and crack. And so that was, it was exciting and entertaining at least, but it was definitely a process to try to get used to that and find a good way, a good point to settle on a key of something. Because I went all the way down the scale until I finally landed on something that fit my voice pretty good. So right now, I would say I'm still kind of settling into it. I'm no stranger to the stray pop or crack. Actually, for my blonde audition, the stage rehearsal, we getting out there ready to just doing the stage rehearsal, and my voice cracked. It was one of the worst ones I've ever had. So it was definitely a shock that that was still going on. That hadn't happened in a while, but I'm finally kind of settling into my voice. I think it could throw me a curve and change again, but it's definitely it's something that I had to work through, and you just got to keep singing and sing through it. And it was a process, but I think we're about through it.
Do you feel like it impacted this battle round during the rehearsal process? Do you feel like it kind of wanted to peak out a little bit more than it did normally?
My voice seemed to fit this song pretty good. It fit both Clint and mine. Our voices really well, I thought, and we did it in the original key that Vince Gill recorded it in. So we had a lot of stuff to practice in the original key. Like before we got the backing track, the original karaoke track on YouTube was in the original key, which that didn't happen for Tulsa Time. I changed the key on that, so that was definitely something that gave us a little advantage, I think, being able to do that in the original key. Both, like I said, both of our voices, it would kind of fit the range pretty good, which that song has a heck of a range on it. You're singing, it's definitely more than probably around an octave and a half, and where you had to sing straight in your chest voice. So it gets in there and up there. So it was a great song choice. Blake did a really good job of picking this one for us, and it fit pretty well.
What kind of impact does singing with your chest voice have when you're also strumming the guitar?
I've always had an instrument in my hand when I've been singing. Usually it was the fiddle, but in the last couple of years, I've started to do some solo shows if the band couldn't make it, and I got really used to playing the guitar. I would play the guitar in shows with the band when they were there, every now and then. So it's almost second nature to me now. It honestly it makes me a little more comfortable to have something to hide behind, but it was definitely a learning curve when I first started. You got to be thinking about two things at the same time. But that song was just a 3-chord song. I think we threw a 4th chord in there for fun, but it's a pretty simple song to play on the guitar. So I think that helped me and Clint out quite a bit. We didn't have to really worry about it.
It's interesting that you say you hide behind your guitar, because both times that you've hit the stage, it seems like you know how to work a crowd. It seems like once you're on stage, you know what to do, how to move around without any fears, coming in your mind. So as you get ready for these performances, more specifically this battle round, how did you prep those nerves in order to be able to be okay and be able to like play around with the audience just the way you did on this performance?
This one specifically was just, it was so high energy, with, because I think we were during the recording, we were the first country act in a while. So, it was definitely, the crowd was definitely excited to hear a little bit of country music. So, as soon as it started, they were up on their feet and clapping and, having a good time. So that helped a lot with nerves, and, just being able to feed off the live audience's energy was definitely a blessing this season. I don't know how the people did it the last few seasons without a crowd. But just being able to make eye contact with somebody, that's not, for the most famous singers out there, calm your nerves a little bit. So the live crowd helps so much.
Now, when it comes to mentoring, how did what did Blake and Dirks tell you to kind of help you out to prepare for this performance?
When Blake said, that a lot of people don't cover Vince Gill songs, he was right. There's a reason for that. Vince has such a unique voice and puts his own unique spin on every song that he does. So it's really kind of hard to sing a Vince Gill song without sounding like Vince Gill. You kind of, in the back of your mind, it's subconscious. You don't mean to do it, but you almost sound like Vince when you're singing a Vince song. And, when he said that, he's like, y'all are trying to be Vince. Don't be Vince. Be yourselves. It kind of was a wake up call to both of us. We're like, okay, we just need to sing this and not think about how Vince would do it, because he's already done it. We need to do it the way we're going to do it. And, it was really as quick as, we did 2 takes, and the first take, we kind of sounded like Vince. And the second take, once he said that, it sounded a whole lot better. And, it was much more original. So, that was probably the best piece of advice in relation to that song, that either one of them gave.
As we move forward, what would you like to work on the most during your performances? Like either a vocal range that you want to kind of nail, or maybe something different with a guitar or a fiddle? Like, what is it that you want to work on moving forward?
I'd definitely like to bring out the fiddle at some point in the future. I'll see, that's kind of been my thing for a while. So, being able to share that with the national audience would be really cool. I'd like to keep it in the same genre. I'd like to keep it country for a little while at least. But definitely maybe a change of instruments, and with the fiddle in my hand, I feel like I can work the stage a tad bit better. It's not, the guitar is a little bigger on me than the fiddle is, so you can see more of me. I can move around a little more free. I don't have any guitar straps hanging around my neck, so that would, hopefully I'll get to bring the fiddle out soon. So that might be a change.
Well, congratulations so far on your success on The Voice, Carson, and definitely looking forward to reuniting with you.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.